from Veronica here. Oh, wow, this is the Hollywood question. This is the great Hollywood question. Dearest Andrew, how do we know when dreams are just dreams and when they are attainable goals? I always feel like if I had just woken up an hour earlier, studied more, worked harder, I could have, would have, should have. How can I know the balance between accepting that life isn't Hollywood and I probably won't be that one in a million, and knowing when my lack of achievement is really my fault and I can do something different? You can't know. Artists, people like me, we risked our whole lives. We risked, when I first started getting big checks for my writing, people would say, wow, you write a book and you make that much money. I said, no, I wrote 10 books and I made that much money. If you prorate it over all the time I spent when I had nothing, all the time I spent eating noodles and, not taking the promotion that another guy took instead of me because I wanted to write, because I didn't want to work harder. When you take all that, I'm being paid just enough. They can't pay me enough for the risks that I took. And how do you know? Every kid in Hollywood is wondering that. It really is true. You come out here, people come out here with their dreams. They come out here and sacrifice. They live tough. And a lot of people, especially writers, are smart people. They could be lawyers. They could be, engineers and do other professions. What I would say is this, however, there's always some little success that keeps you going. And you truly, truly do not want to get to be 50 and find out that you're a wannabe writer, a wannabe actor, somebody who didn't get to do the thing who wasn't made, picked, selected to do the thing that you wanted to do. So if you take 2 years and pour all your efforts into it and wake up, if you really feel you're not working hard enough, that may tell you that you don't really want to do it enough, right? I always joke with people, do you want to be a writer or do you want to have written a book? It's a very, very different thing. I love what I do. I sit down and I want to do it. I die if I don't do it. It's not the having written the book, it's the writing the book that matters to me. I would give yourself like a deadline. I really would. I'd give myself a deadline, because one of the things that I noticed when I looked back on my career, it didn't seem like this when I was living it, but the minute I got sane, I started to succeed. I was crazy for a long time and I finally healed that. The minute I healed that, I started to succeed. It was almost like instantaneous. The minute I wasn't, if you're not getting some kind of real feedback, and I'm not talking about, oh, this might work and, oh, I got a little goose here. After 2 years, 3 years, this probably isn't your game. It probably isn't your game. What I would say is I don't know what your dream is. Don't be an ex-ballerina. Don't be an ex-actor. Move on to something else. Life is short, but life is long. There's plenty of time to do the other things in your life. So live out another dream. Find the dream. A lot of us, all of us, I think all of us, are busy trying to tell God who we are. Let God tell you who you are. Let him tell you who he made you to be. Go do that thing. Leave behind the dream. Go do the thing that you were meant to do. The dream may come back around. You never know. You never know. It's very possible that if you let go of the thing, you'll have time to do it in some other way. It'll come back into your life if you're meant to do it. But I would give myself a deadline. I would live up to that deadline and I'd walk away when the listen, I did this and I would have walked away. If I didn't make it, I would have done something else. I never wanted to be an ex-writer. That's an ex-wannabe writer. So it's a tough question. I wish I could give you an absolute answer, but I would say give yourself a deadline starting now, live up to it, and when it's done, walk away.